It has been now 15 years that I haven't seen my mother. I haven't hugged my brother, my family, for the crime of just giving voice to voiceless people, for the crime of just having different opinion, helping women to be loud, to say no to oppression. My name is Masih Alinejad. I'm an Iranian journalist, author, women's rights activist. And of course, I'm a troublemaker for the oppressors in Iran. Being a journalist in Iran is dangerous. So now imagine being a woman and a journalist. So for me, it was not easy. Basically, I got kicked out from everywhere just because of asking too many questions. I had two options: to live in Iran and be quiet, or leave my country and be loud. That's not in my DNA to be quiet. I have a loud voice. So I decided to leave Iran and use my freedom to be loud, to give voice to voiceless people. It was not easy for me to leave my homeland, but that's the only option. And I remember even during the election 2009, when I was there, the security forces vandalized my car, and like they put my journalistic ID under the vehicle of my car. So that was a sign that right now this is your ID, but next can be you. So I left Iran. The government of my country, Iran, they managed to kick me out from my homeland. They managed to take my mother away from me. And then when I was living in exile in Brooklyn, I planted a cherry blossom to honor my mother. That's how I resist when it comes to live in exile. So every morning I used to go to my garden and hug the cherry blossom. I remember my stepson was telling my husband that, wow, Masih just kissed the tree. I saw her. And my husband was like, yeah, Masih talks to the tree. She hugs the tree, because this is how I survive. And guess what? Now the regime sent the killers. The killer with AK-47 was hiding behind my tall sunflower to kill me. So the government managed to force me to leave the garden as well. That's what exile means, what dictatorship means, what journalism, activism mean when the terrorist regime is in charge. Doesn't matter, you're miles away from your homeland. They can follow you anywhere. Resilience to me is not just being brave. It's sometimes writing down your fear and your struggles, your challenges. To me, writing is a therapy, to be honest, because you cannot be strong. You cannot be strong when the killer is in front of your house with AK-47. What is going to help you? My definition of resilience is to write about it, to tell people that I am really scared. And then you will mobilize other people who survived tyranny, who survived assassination plot. They will come to you and they will tell you, yes, they had this fear inside them. So sharing your story will create a platform to get together. So that's how I resist fear. Speaking up, sharing my fear, and calling other people to get together. For me, togetherness is a definition of resilience. Togetherness will actually help us to be more stronger in the face of tyranny, bullies, harassers, dictators. That's how actually Iranian women are now brave enough to say no, because they're not alone. They started to use social media as their weapon, share their fear and struggle, and get together and go back to street to practice their civil disobedience. Compulsory hijab is like one of the most visible symbol of dictators like Taliban, like ISIS, and the Islamic Republic. So it's not about like my hair. As you see, I have too much hair. Let me show you. I had to cover them from the age of 7, when I was just, schoolgirl, going to school, I had to cover them all. If not, you won't be able to get an education in Iran. You won't be able to exist in Iran. So that's why I launched my campaign in 2014. I asked Iranian women to share their own experiences, how they face morality police. I was bombarded by videos of women bravely walking unveiled in the street, which is a punishable crime. And you know what? The regime actually was terrified by seeing that they're being exposed. Like the videos under the hashtag "my camera is my weapon" was everywhere on international media. Morality police dragging women to the van and beating women was everywhere. So that's why the regime created a law under my name saying if anyone make video and send it to Masih Alinejad will be charged up to 10 years prison. Can you believe that? I mean, if you send me a video, you will be in prison for 10 years. That's a reality. But that didn't stop the women of Iran. So I'm so proud that I launched this campaign. And I knew that women of Iran are brave enough to shake the main pillar of the Islamic Republic. And I'm telling you that these women are going to take back to the street again alongside men and will say to the rest of the world that we are ready to run the country. To be honest, when I was on CNN saying that I have no fear to the killers, to the assassins, come and kill me, it was a big lie. Inside me, there was a fear, but I learned how to overcome my fear. I grew up in a very tiny village where we didn't have running water, electricity, and I was really scared of darkness. We didn't have inside bathroom, and during the night, I had to use the outhouse in the backyard garden, and I was scared of the darkness as a 8-year or 9-year-old girl. My mom told me something which became a lesson for me. She said, darkness is like a monster. Darkness can swallow you all if you're scared of the darkness. But instead of being scared of the darkness, just staring to the darkness, then the darkness will disappear. So this is how I learned. When I have a fear of darkness, like dictators, killers, oppression, I open my eyes. And that's how I tell myself that I should not be scared. Because if I get scared, then I'm gonna be like this, not moving. But when I move forward, I can see that I actually tell the dictators that come and kill me. They understand that they cannot use like an assassination plot as a tool to keep me silent. So I start a campaign asking all those who survived assassination plot, who actually facing bullies in the street. So I asked them to use their camera and film the oppressors. They have the fear inside their heart, but when they go and film them, then, the bullies go away, disappear like darkness. That's my tactic that I learned from my mother. The only thing that helped me to survive all the sorrows and sadness and oppression is just the women in Iran when I see them. Every day when I talk to the mothers of those who got killed by the regime, they're telling me that they have only 2 options: to feel miserable or to make their oppressors feel miserable. I follow their path and I choose the second one. That's the only way. The regime managed to take everything away from us: homeland, freedom, dignity, everything, family, everything, but not hope. So I learned from Iranian women. They're badass. Some of them, they lost their eyes. Kosar, only 22 years old. She lost her eyes during the uprising in Iran. When I talked to her, she said, but I have one eye and I can still see an Iran without Islamic Republic, without oppressive regime. So these are my heroes. If you ask me, the support system in America, first, my neighbors, the American citizens, but also there are human rights organizations. They help me a lot. I thought that I'm strong, but hey, facing assassination plots, seeing your own brother going in prison, being punished because of your activities, seeing your sister on Iranian national television disowning you publicly, seeing your own mother being interrogated. Not easy. I can't tell you how seeing other dissidents going through all the difficulties and challenges helped me to feel like I'm not alone. For instance, when I was invited by human rights organization, Human Rights Foundation on a stage, I thought I'm the only one face the killers in front of my garden. I'm the only like dead woman walking around. But I saw a lot of dead men and dead women walking and talking on the stage. And I was like, wow, I'm not alone.